Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Eye on the Ball. I'm Steve Rivera, and you're listening to 1030 The Voice. We have a good, busy day today, and we have some representatives from the Banner University Medicine group with us today in studio. That'll be fun. You can listen to us live here and maybe take a look on YouTube tomorrow. And then I have current Catalina Foothills football player Will Parker, the son of Glenn Parker. And then I have some Roadrunners people calling in, and Damon Alameda of KOLD. So busy day. But first, my Banner University Medicine people. How are you, Finley and Christina Gear?
Doing well.
Good to have you guys. You guys are getting ready. We're like 7 or 8 weeks away from the El Tour de Tucson, the 37th. But first, you guys are huge because you guys are our title sponsors. How much of an impact do you think that helps you guys? Because it helps us tremendously.
Yeah. So I think, when we became Banner University Medicine about 4 years ago, the Tucson community was something that's always been really important to us. Well, hold on. And this is one of the ways that we can really show our support for the community. We're not going anywhere, and we're planting our roots here. So it's great for us. It's a great way for us to engage our employees. We've got people, our own staff, that are leading rides every week, trying to get staff ready for the race. So yeah, we're really excited.
I call it a win-win.
Absolutely.
It's probably a win-win-win. It's probably a lot of wins.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And is the buzz already happening at the hospital?
Big time. We've got, when we first sent out the announcement, and we've got about 7,000 staff in Tucson between our cancer center, our clinics, our hospitals. And so we sent this announcement out before it was even released to the press, saying, hey, this is the first time in many years that we're going to be participating as title sponsor. And we had so many emails come in from staff who were just so excited to see our name affiliated with such a great local event.
Right. It's iconic, but so are you in a helpful way, if that makes any sense. It's funny because I've been watching a lot of things, and I've been to the Children's Center, and that's what it's benefiting, the Diamond Children's Center. How important the hospital is in that wing that you have there, a very impressive wing, in fact. How important that is for parents. I'm a parent, you're a parent, obviously, and how important that is for just the day-to-day.
Yeah. And it's having Diamond Children's as the beneficiary. It's an incredible opportunity to really provide additional services and education and outreach for patients and their families also. Because as you know, when we have children who come through here, it's not just them in the hospital. It's siblings, it's parents, and so anything that we can do to help support them throughout their stay.
It's a safe house, almost.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Finley's here. Your son, 5-year-old, an Arizona Wildcat fan.
That's right.
So Finley, I understand basketball is your favorite sport, but you're gonna be busy on a bike here pretty soon. Do you practice a lot?
Yeah, I practice mostly every day.
Really, every day? So you probably ride, I don't know, 5-year-olds could ride miles probably. And so how many, I'm going to guess, maybe 2 or 3 miles a day without even knowing what you're doing?
No.
How far do you go, you think?
20 miles.
20 miles, that's impressive.
Good answer. I don't know if that's the right answer, but that's a good answer.
Well, in his head, it might feel like 20 miles. So
hey, let me tell you something. 5 yards to me is about 20 miles.
Yeah.
So you're going to ride in it? Your mom's going to ride in it? So you're going to have a fun day that day.
Yep.
Yeah. So I understand when they first announced that the hospital was going to do this and your mom was involved, you kind of got a little excited.
Yeah.
How so?
Because I don't know.
Do you remember what you remember when we were driving one day and what you were practicing in your seat? When I looked back at you and I said, "What are you doing?"
Oh yeah. I was doing like this if I win.
Oh, you've been watching a lot of TV then and cycling.
Yeah.
Because that's what champions do when they cross the line. Is that what you're doing? Kind of like the victory celebration?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much. So you've got the TV thing going down, right?
He's ready. He's going to shake both those hands in the air when he crosses that finish line, huh?
See, and then when you're at the big race, this is not a race, this is a ride. But if you're like in the Tour de France and you do really, really well, and you become first place, and you finish like this at the end of the road,
Yep.
two girls will kiss you on the stage, so you have to be prepared for all that craziness.
What?
Nope.
Exactly, Finley. I
Good
like that
answer.
answer. Yes. Trust me, that's a good answer.
Good answer, bud.
So you guys in the family must be kind of excited. That's not professionally, but personally.
Definitely. I think this is, we're anything that we can do to be outside. And of course, now that we're in the months where we can actually be
Right,
outside
right.
without catching on fire, it's just kind of an exciting thing to be a part of. So I think for him, he's always been a huge fan of riding his bike, and we've always been really impressed with how far he can go. And he started off doing Strider races, and so it's kind of seems like it's been in his blood for a few years now. So this will be kind of the first big organized thing that he's a part of.
Well, part of it, and big thing, it's kind of is, because it's like more than 750 riders in that fun ride.
Yeah.
And then depends how far you want to go.
Yeah.
I would venture to guess that there'd be about 1,000 this year, hopefully.
That'd be great.
Just in that fun ride alone.
Well, and it's such a good thing for the community. I think for somebody like me, I'm a little intimidated at the thought of doing the L Tour to Tucson because I'm not a cyclist, and so having him as a little bit of motivation, it's something that he wants to be a part of, and he's excited to get in there, right, and do the ride. So
the one thing you can't do, Finley, is go way ahead of your mom.
yeah, you can't leave me behind.
That's easy.
Why is that easy?
Cause I have a bigger. She has a bigger bike, but it's so slow. Mine is faster.
Yours is faster. Okay.
Yeah.
But you have to remember, this is not a race. This is kind of a ride just where you go casually and you try to make time and you try to help people and things like that.
Yeah, we need to talk about the helping people piece.
Stop.
What if you see someone with a flat tire on the side of the road?
I don't even have a pump on my bike.
That's true.
Well, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. We have plenty of people on the road to help you if you do have a flat. So we have people who kind of ride with you guys and see if there's a trouble, they'll stop and help you. So that'll be a good thing. So are you going to bring some of your friends with you?
Yeah.
You're going to have friends riding? Because it's always, mom's cool and all that stuff, but you have to have some friends to kind of hang out with and be cool too.
Yep.
Who are you going to bring?
Colton and Gavin.
Colton and Gavin. Okay. Do they know about this?
No.
Okay. So we're going to have to...
We have breaking news. We have breaking news here.
Colton and Gavin, if you're listening, you are now riding.
Right.
Yeah.
Officially. That's
Yeah.
good. That's two more riders that we didn't know we had.
That's right.
Yeah. So deep down, Christy, are you kind of... I know first-time riders in this are kind of... but it's not that that. I'm sure you could be.
And that's what I'm learning. And so it is kind of fun now having a kid who's of the age that he could participate, because when we were title sponsors for the event many years ago, I was very involved in it, but again, not a cyclist, didn't have a kid at the time. So yeah, this will definitely be a new perspective.
This is not your first rodeo?
So we participated, we were title sponsors probably 5 years ago or so.
Oh, okay. And your capacity, what was your capacity? Is it
same role? Yeah.
Same
so
role. Oh, okay.
I handled the marketing and the PR for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you've seen firsthand that it's a lot of people.
Oh my gosh.
Were you down at the
We
Armory
were
Park?
at the start. I actually got to go up in the bucket in the fire truck.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
so
it was so I've seen it, but again, never from the other side where I got to experience it as a rider.
Right. So I thought this was your first rodeo in that form, but no, you've been around,
Yeah.
so you've seen it.
Yeah.
There's a huge impact, and obviously the impact, and we'll probably talk more. We will talk about this more after this break, but of what it means to the community in terms of raising money,
Yeah.
and how it all helps, because there's a lot of money involved.
Yeah.
And obviously that's what this is for. It's a mechanism to raise money for people who need the help for our nonprofits,
Right.
which of course you guys are one with the Desert Children's. Let's take a quick break here and then come back on the other side and get Finley back on the mic. Hey, welcome back to Eye on the Ball here on 1030 The Voice. I'm Steve Rivera, your host. And then we have Christina Gear and her son Finley talking El Tour de Tucson. Finley's 5, and he's going to ride in his first event. And Christina is X amount of ages.
That's
and-
right.
to be kind. Well, hey, my age is, you can figure that one out. And she can ride 2 in her first time, right?
First time.
Yeah, but
Yep.
not her first
She's
rodeo.
actually slow.
Well, you have to. That's why you can't go too fast for her. You don't want to lose her. You and your 2 buddies are going to ride in the event.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's a big event because it raises a lot of money for a lot of people. And it, over the last 36 years, it'll be the start of the 7th, there are close to 100 million raised total, which is a huge number and probably unfathomable.
That's incredible.
It is, and how they raise money. This year could be more, about 7 million raised, hopefully. But I think that helps with you guys in the name recognition, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. You know, and it's such a great thing for our community. So
Mhm.
the amount of money that goes back, and obviously the huge need that there is here,
Right, right.
makes it an easy cause to sign on for.
Right. So, has it been? It's been about 6 weeks. I'm guessing now. When it was announced that you guys were going to be the title sponsor,
Mhm.
and the impact you talked about it at the hospital. So you're still searching for cyclists for you guys, right?
We are. So we've got a team of riders that are going to be riding for Diamond Children's. And like I was saying, we've got staff at the hospital who are so excited about this. And so they volunteered their time to lead rides at
Mhm.
6 in the morning on the weekends. And they're leaving from the hospital a couple days a week in the afternoon. So huge engagement already.
I just did a big pitch on one of your great cyclists, and I say great because he is that good, Sam Kime, Dr.
Yes.
Kime.
Yep.
What a fantastic guy, and he is kind of your perfect spokesperson, if you will, for you guys.
Absolutely.
Thin guy, in shape guy. I already hate him. Older than me, looks great.
Yep.
But you know, a cyclist has been doing this for a while. Like I say, perfect ambassador for you.
Right.
So, and is he kind of helping you guys along?
He is, and in fact, he's been working really hard to rally the other physicians and nurses and staff, and he's the chair of our ED in emergency medicine. But he's pledged $1,000 that he's going to raise for Diamond Children's, and he's challenging other leaders
Oh, great.
in the hospital to do the same thing. So definitely a buzz, and of course, it's such a great cause.
Right. We're hoping to have him in the studio at some point. I hear he's on the road.
He is.
Always on the road, probably.
So make sure to call him out on that $1,000 that he's raising.
I will. So that'll push him to raise for other people.
That's right.
Do you know how many people you have to this point?
I don't. I'll have to
Look
check.
into
I
it.
should know that, but I don't.
But I'm sure it's going to grow
Yeah,
over time because you have we have almost 2 months.
exactly. And so we're hoping that we'll have a huge presence day of. We've got custom jerseys for our employees. Can't buy them. You have to help us fundraise money
Earn
for
them.
Diamond Children's and earn
Yes.
them.
Yes.
So there should be a sea of us on race day.
I was going to say,
Ride day.
if you're a native of Tucson, who better than natives that know that nothing happens 2-3 months in advance? It's always
The week
the
of,
week
the
of
2
or the
weeks.
day of.
Yeah,
It's not a mañana. It's a what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? Let's ride in the event,
yeah,
or go to the game,
Yeah.
or whatever. It could be anything.
yeah. We are quite notorious for that.
For being just the last second
Yep.
people. But this is, I don't think you can do that in this because you have to prepare for this.
Yeah.
And have you kind of started to?
So
I'm putting you on the spot.
I know,
there.
and I'm not gonna lie. I mean, my beach cruiser is a little rusty, so I'm gonna have to get moving on that. But
He's already challenging you.
he is, and I will tell you, this kid is fast. He is fast, so I really am gonna have to start moving a little bit to keep up with him.
So Finley, you learned on tell me the thing.
What was the bike that you started riding on?
My black one.
The Strider bike?
Yeah.
Your Strider.
And that helped
Nice
you
try.
kind of learn how to steer.
Yeah.
And then you would use your Fred Flintstone legs to kind of move the bike.
Yeah.
You don't know what I'm talking about with Fred Flintstone.
No.
But do the parents know? You guys are probably.
Yeah, so he would and he would do this in the house or outside anywhere. So
I still use it,
you still use it?
Right.
but I usually never use it.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've asked you. How excited are you to ride in this?
Pretty excited.
Pretty excited.
Pretty excited. For a 5-year-old, that's a pretty good quote.
Yeah. Pretty excited. He's like I said, he was practicing his victory dance in the car. So
Yeah.
and I think he's just excited to get out there with what he was saying and just all of the people. I mean, we talked about how many people are going to come out
Right.
for Ride Day, and so yeah, I think he'll be ready.
And Finley, that victory dance translates into other sports.
Yeah.
So if you win in football, basketball, whatever, you can still do
Yep.
that dance.
The same kind, huh?
The same
Yeah.
kind, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to practice that on the soccer field. That's what
Oh,
he's got going on right now.
yeah. He's one of those guys. He's
That's
keeping
right.
you busy on
That's
different
right.
things. So a big team apparently. Yes, for you guys.
Hmm.
A lot of excitement being buzzed at your place.
That's
which,
right.
Which is always great. You probably hit a home run.
I think so. I mean, again, any way that we can invest in the community,
Mhm.
and it's one of our pillars, health and wellness, and this ride is all about being active, and
Mhm.
whether your abilities you're just beginning, like I am, or if you're going to be in the main event and you're going the full 110, I think it is 100.
Right.
There's something for everyone, and so
Right.
getting that amount of people out of their homes and get them down to where we kind of kick off and all of that, it's a great thing to see.
Right. It's right in your wheelhouse.
Absolutely.
With the health and wellness. And Dr. Kime, when I spoke to him, spoke about that. It's more about getting out and enjoying the air,
Mm-hmm.
enjoying what you have in front of you. And as he cycles, he says it's kind of the time to think,
Mm-hmm.
without any distractions. You can kind of go and just ride.
Yeah.
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 We've got such a huge cycling community. So
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. You start seeing all the groups of people, and they're out there practicing or riding every day, getting
Right.
ready.
You see him more and more now, I'm sure, as you get to work in the morning, you see
Oh, yeah.
him in the community.
Oh yeah.
You grew up here, so you're probably not surprised, or maybe you are, that Tucson's one of the top 5, top 10 places for cycling.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. I mean, I've born and raised here, which I know a lot of people say is really bizarre, but
You're that one.
yeah. So it's always funny when you meet people and you're like, oh, you're born and raised here also. It's kind of rare, but I mean, I've always thought this was such a great place, and so yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
No, and it's growing after like big time titles like with you guys, our help and El Tour's kind of that spearheaded for other events, and it helps get the name out. And through the years, it's been known as a pretty good place to ride bikes, pretty safe,
Yeah.
given the size of the city.
Right. Right.
You have friends probably in house there that you're kind of encouraging to get on a bike.
And so one of the fun things we've got, so our CEO Chad Whalen, he's been with us for about 6 or 8 months now. He's a physician. He is going to be riding in the race in some capacity. Our chief nursing officer Kathy Townsend, she's going to be riding in it. So when we signed on as title sponsor, it was pretty amazing to hear. We've heard from a ton of our
Right.
colleagues up in Phoenix that they've been doing the ride for forever, and so now they're so excited that we've got this association with Banner. So they'll all be coming down from
Oh, great.
Phoenix to join our team.
Yeah,
So
great.
the reach of it is huge right now. But
I see all these $1,000 challenges.
I you know what, I know, and I'm taking one on myself. So if you're one of my friends, probably don't pick up the phone when I call, but I'll find you somehow.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Look who's calling. We can't answer that. We can't answer
I'm
that.
very busy.
Right. I think, Finley, do you want to say something? Just go right ahead. Put them on just so in a
I
second.
actually don't.
You don't want to say? Okay.
You're talked out already.
I'm gonna need you a donation from your piggy bank if you want to ride.
Don't.
So you just got some money from the Tooth Fairy, so maybe we can work on that.
Well, you know what you could use it on, Finley, down the road? A nicer bike.
Ooh.
Not that you probably don't have a nice bike, but, in the future, you probably need a bigger one, a bigger and faster bike. What color is your bike now?
Green.
Green? And do you have a name for it? No.
Oh, we should get a name for
I
it.
don't have a name for it, but we're gonna get one for it.
Cool. Anything off the top of your head?
No.
Nothing yet.
Up. What would you like to call it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I got a name for it. The Finish.
No.
Well, you sound like one of my editors.
No.
Sorry, it doesn't work. I don't get it.
Why?
You know, I'm so glad that you asked that. We'll have to come up with something.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Okay.
that'll be
It's
fun.
green. The Green Monster.
That's right.
Oh, wow. Hey, look at that. He liked it. I
That-
usually get it right on 2 chances.
What do you think? The Green Monster. Like, oh,
Yes.
there you
And
go.
you don't have to be in Boston either. It'll just be on the bike.
You
Cool.
got a yes now.
It usually takes me 2 tries.
Not
2
bad.
tries. Yes, yes. Well, good to have you, Christina. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
so much.
Yeah, so we just got to go and practice.
Yeah,
I can easily say it because I'm not writing.
I
it.
know. Next time
Yeah.
I see you, I'll let you know how it's going.
Yes, yes. Yeah, we'll probably come back for this. I've got to get Dr. Kime,
Yes.
and then we'll come back with this. Probably. And so any more writers that you have that have a good story?
All right.
Okay. Thanks. Oh, the Green Machine. We got a call. So, yeah, Green Machine. So you have options now.
The
Yeah.
Green Machine. I
The
like
Green
that.
Machine.
Yep.
You'll tell me next time you come back what name you find it.
I also have a black bike.
You do. You've got
That's too much big information for me. I'm working on the green one first.
one thing at a time.
Yes, please. Well, Christina, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Finley, thank you for coming in.
Yep.
You're cool. I have a friend who's exactly like you. We'll come back here on the other side of the break here on 1030 The Voice. Thanks, everybody.